All right, let's see how fast we go live tonight and make sure we're up on the interwebs, as they call them. Let's see how long it takes tonight. There we go. But delay is getting a little shorter. Last night it was like 30 seconds. Tonight it was a little bit, maybe it's a little bit less. We'll wait until everyone starts popping up here and show you the crazy day. Hello from Lexington, Washington. John, how are you, sir? Vivian, hello. Phoenix, Sherry. Allegra from Ohio. Good. Jasmine, Omaha. Jasmine's awesome. Let's see. Buffalo, New York, Patrick. Hello. I'm good. Vivian, Vermont. Let's see. Sault Ste. Marie, Ontario, Canada for Paul. Silicon Valley, Teresa. Hello from Silicon Valley. Illinois, Tracy. Sydney, Australia, Jonathan. Hello from down under. Deborah in Indiana. Barbara Brian in Iowa. Hello, Barbara. Joseph in Dallas. Let's see. Colleen in Michigan. Anne in Virginia. I love all these names coming through. Elizabeth from Washington State. Texas, I saw. Carrie from Oklahoma. Alicia from Arkansas. South Australia. Adelaide, South Australia. Nice. Cynthia, Omaha again. And YouTube. Beautiful. Illinois. Poconos. Susan from the Poconos. That's fantastic. I used to go to NASCAR races in the Poconos. Hello, girl. Dr. Dean, thank you. Thumbs up. Connecticut. I saw Connecticut. Tina from Ohio. Hi from Colorado. Hello from Pennsylvania. Caroline. Missy from Texas. High fives. Jody from Maine. Hello. Rose from Sydney, Australia. Awesome. Renata from Chicago. Very cool name, Renata. Port Huron, Michigan. Palm Coast up the road. Drew Lake, Butler, Florida. Spartan Patriot. Good name. Lynn from Surprise, Arizona. I can pray for New York and Canada. Absolutely, Steve. I understand. Your governor in New York is an idiot who won't quarantine after he leaves Georgia, but he tells everyone else they have to. It's a special kind of stupid right there. Let's see. Brian from Illinois. I love it. Tati from Austin now. Beautiful. All right. Welcome to the show, everybody. I'm going to send a special thank you out. I'm not going to show you it right now, but I'm going to show it probably tomorrow night. A special thank you to Hope. Hope, who actually made me a whole blanket. Like, not even a blanket. It's a quilt. I believe they call it a quilt. I received a quilt in the mail today. Not really the mail, but like packed and shipped to me. And it was from Hope, whose son is William. And it is a gigantic like quilt to sleep with, like legit size. And it is an American flag, and it's not like a poorly put together American. This thing is put together well. Like, Hope, you're a rock star. Like, I get in the mail a gigantic box, and inside is a legit quilt. I mean, like, I can sleep with this thing quite quilt, and it's comfortable, it's beautiful, it's American flag. I'm gonna show it tomorrow on air. But Hope, you are amazing. You're all amazing. But Hope, thank you. The amount of work put into it. By the way, when we talk about purpose and doing something that you can do to help people and serve people and make money on it, because we're going to talk about money tonight. Tonight's show is mostly about money with a little bit of Twitter thrown in. But Hope, if you make those bad boys, Hope, man, you need to make money on that. Like, you let me know what I owe you, because if I owe you something, I will fully pay it. Like, this is beautiful. I'm going to show everyone tomorrow. It's large, so it wasn't something I was just going to bring back. I have to figure it out. But it's gorgeous, so thank you again. You're awesome. Find your gifts, folks. Find your gifts. Learn to take your gift, learn to sell it, promote it, and give it to people who need it. And that's how you make a living. It's fantastic. Beautiful. And we're going to talk about that. By the way, I think I'm going to do that talk this weekend. So how many of you out there right now, how many of you out there would like me to do a purpose talk this weekend? And it's literally just going to be a purpose. What I want to do is I want to start building up noble patriot skills. What I mean by that is, how many skills are you learning right now? Beside your job, not talking about your job. How many skills are you learning right now in your life? Okay, for example, I'm learning 3 other. So I go to work every day. I do this every night. I read, I study. But then on top of that, I'm learning 3 other skills right now. 3 other individual separate skills, not even skills that I'm necessarily going to make money on, just life skills that are going to make me better. However, I want to put together a little talk this weekend, probably an hour, probably go a little bit longer. And I'm going to show you how to take your idea or your purpose and how we're going to drive that down into actual creation and how we're going to push that forward, okay? Are you open to doing that? I'm going to teach you and show you how you can do that, okay? That will be on the Noble Patriot site. Don't worry, the cough is okay. It's getting better. It gets a little bit worse at night because I'm getting tired, honestly. That's what it is. But it is coming up. My supplements, the stuff I take, is making it better. It's getting it up. I'm getting rid of parasites, getting rid of some. Actually, I'm also getting rid of some from Lyme. So just so you guys know, I also have some Lyme right in this area, probably from all the garbage food that I ate growing up, okay? All the garbage food that I grew up with has put, remember, I grew up eating a lot of cereal. Cereal has a lot of glyphosate in it and a lot of other junk in it. And so I have some of that right in here, okay? But I am working to get it out. So people have been concerned with the cough. Don't worry, it just gets worse at night because I'm wearing down. I'm getting tired. But I love bringing you guys information, so I got to do it because it's a passion. It's a obsession, which is a sticker underneath here somewhere, okay? Let's go because we have a lot to talk about tonight. How does that sound? Awesome. First of all, Dr. Jason Dean, Revolution Network, your source for health, freedom, and knowledge. Let's rock and roll, all right? I have a special thing to show you tonight, and my tabs over here are all messed up, so I got to actually find the one that it was on. Here we go. Boom. How many times did I tell you this? I told you. Gave you the wrong screen. Look at that. Dr. Dean's got to get it going tonight. Okay. Key Senate committee approves Shelton and Waller for Fed positions. Today, Judy Shelton was approved by the Senate Banking Committee. The Senate Banking Committee, she's the controversial Federal Reserve nominee, Judy Shelton, as well as Christopher Waller for 2 vacancies on the Central Bank's Board of Governors. Now, why is Judy Shelton so controversial? Oh, she's not. That's right. She's not controversial. She's controversial because she believes in a gold standard. That's why she's controversial. She's controversial because she actually wants to have a proper monetary system, and she wants to work it correctly, and she wants to have this weird, strange thing that they call sound money. Isn't that shocking? What is sound money? Okay, something that works, right? A budget. Okay, actually spending less than you take in, so you have money left over. Let me take you to the famous interview by Judy Shelton. Okay, we have a good one here. Now listen to the words that are coming out of her mouth. Listen very closely. This is a 1 minute, 41 second clip. Listen to what she says. Here we go.
Would returning to gold standard help the U.S. economy? Can you talk a little about your thoughts on that?
Well, I would say I don't see it so much as returning, but more of a back to the future.
Okay.
I think that what a gold standard stands for is monetary discipline for its own sake. That is, if money is supposed to be a unit of account, and a reliable measure and a dependable store of value, it really shouldn't be subject to who's the chairman of the Federal Reserve. And I think that money needs to be stable and provide the foundation for productive economic growth. And when money is just a variable that financial markets toss around, or it's part of a derivatives formula, or it's part of someone speculating on currencies, it's not serving the private sector in the sense of providing that reliable unit of account so you can make plans. And under a gold standard, you did have that stability, and I think that's what's missing. And so I like the idea of a gold standard. I mean, it could be used in a very cryptocurrency way. The point is, do you have a unified money system so that when you talk about the international marketplace, everyone is playing on a level monetary playing field? And it's very important to have a rules-based approach. And that's why I'm advocating that we need to look at the virtues of a gold standard and try to come up with something much closer to matching those. And then I think we would have more solid economic growth.
More solid economic growth if you return to the gold standard. Judy Shelton is past the Senate Banking Committee. Now she goes to the Senate. And remember, what did they say back in the campaign? What did they say regarding the Senate? The Senate is very important to keep. Why is the Senate important to keep? Why was it important to have the Senate? We can get away without having the House for a little while, but why is the Senate so important? Because they're going to pass Judy Shelton into the Federal Reserve Board, which will be working with the Treasury. Now, everyone chill out on the one world currency. That is not what this is. It is not a one world currency. Now, if there is an Asara, which seems to be becoming more and more accurate, there also would be a Jisara. Keep in mind, even if America returns to a gold standard, which it looks like it's going to happen, you still have to have a global currency reset, guys. You have to understand, the major monetary trade in the world is the petrodollar, the Federal Reserve note. This is why they don't want the global economy to crash, because if America crashes, the whole thing crashes, because the petrodollar or the Federal Reserve note is what is traded globally. So you cannot go back to a gold standard in the US unless you change it across the board. Now, we should have a nationalized system for America, and then globally we can also change, okay? We have to change globally. There's no way around it, all right? It has to happen. However, she's openly saying gold standard, and then maybe even in a cryptocurrency way. So as the middle of the week happens, I get more tired, so that's why the cough comes back. Don't worry, it's going away. Gold is the future. Now, let me show you something else. Did everyone watch the gold and silver prices? I'm getting very excited about this, by the way, just so you know. I get excited when I grab my microphone, okay? Here we go. Let me show you gold and silver pricing. Hold on a second. Boom. Let me bring this up bigger for you guys. This is the US dollar to gold. This is the last 12 hours. Okay, last 12 hours. Look how high of a spike there is there. Look at that high spike. That's in the last 12 hours. Okay, one day. Look at the last day. Straight up. That's the last day. We go to a week. Boom. Okay, a little bit of a plateau and then straight up. Last month. Oh, look at that nice normal curve there. Last year. Look at the last year in gold. And then 2 years. Look at that. That is the 2-year gold trend. Is that not amazing? 5 years going up. 10 years. Remember, before Trump became president, 5 years, 2 years, and 1 year, 1 month, 1 week straight up, one day going up, 12 hours, big tick up. Look at that. Now, let me go to the silver window. Here is silver. Let me go to 12 hours. Look at that. Up. Big jump right here. Last day. Up. Week. Look at that. Month. It's going up. You have to look at trends, guys. Trending up. Don't always look at the little spike here. Look at the trend. 1 year. 2 years. That trend is still technically up. Okay. That is amazing. It is going up. This is what happens. Gold, yes, gold and silver go up with the economy, but they also spike when you have a gold standard possibly coming back as well. You have to understand how this all works behind the scenes, okay? Do you remember months ago when I took out the dollar bill, which I took off my desk here, so it's not here anymore. I took a dollar bill and I took a silver coin, which I have as well, okay? So silver is going for, it closed at $22. It was up, it was up $2 today, silver, okay? So it changed quite drastically. The last time we talked about gold and silver was around 20, maybe 19, okay? And then I showed you a Federal Reserve note right next to it. So the Federal Reserve note here, silver dollar here, right? Okay. Now, that dollar is losing value very, very quickly, meaning it's lost about 98% of its value because of us printing it and printing it and printing it and printing it, right? Silver, which is a dollar, silver dollar, went from $20 to $22, literally like today. Off that speculation that Judy Shelton, as well as the economy going up, okay? Big changes that everyone needs to understand how this works and how important this is, okay? Very, very important. Now, I told you guys about a quantum system. What does quantum system means? Okay? First of all, don't panic. Let me show you what the president did today. This also was being very quiet. Let me show you the article. Okay, I want you to read the headline of the article first. The White House awards $75 million for a new Quantum Leap Institute. Okay? The White House said it's rewarding these to make quantum computers. Quantum computers aims to operate millions of times faster than today's advanced supercomputers. Guys, welcome to your new economy, okay? Don't mind Mitch McConnell. He looks like he's dying, doesn't he? This right here is a quantum architecture and network for finance. The president gave $75 million today, the same day that Judy Shelton was approved for Senate committee, the same day gold and silver were rising again, for the quantum system. If you don't think we're going to a quantum system, now, I've also heard people freak out and they talk about, oh my gosh, let's see, we're going to get microchip. This is how the quantum system works. Okay, I need you guys to actually go look up quantum, and I need you, and trust me, I get comments all the time that you want me to go do the research for you. I'm not doing the research for you. This is the whole idea behind Noble Patriot. You have to do research. You have to study. You have to read. Go look up quantum and understand what it is. Guys, your body is quantum. You realize, okay, let me tell you a little bit behind quantum, okay? I'm not going to give you everything. I'm just going to give you a little piece. Scalar energy. So you remember when I talked to Ken Rolla about scalar? Scalar energy is quantum, guys. Scalar energy is Tesla technology. Scalar energy is all around you. Quantum is all around you. It's what the universe is made up of. Okay? Your body Okay? I have right here, okay, Dr. Dean is working on his own lungs. Okay? He's working to make his lungs healthier, right? He has lung tissue inside here. I have lungs. Lungs are a tissue, they're an organ. The organ is made up of cells, all right? The cells are made up of DNA. We're made up of atoms, protons, neutrons, electrons. Go deeper. As you go deeper and deeper and deeper into the cell, guess what? It goes into infinity. It doesn't actually end, which means we are quantum. This is quantum energy. Muscle testing is quantum physics. This is why I love quantum so much. Stop panicking that you're gonna put they're gonna put a chip in you, and that you have to run quantum off chips. That is not true. That is false. That is not accurate at all. Quantum is energy. You are in quantum every single day. You just don't know it. All right. This is how we talk about project. Forgot the whole future thing. I forgot the name of it. Anyway, quantum is everything. It's all around it. Just like if we had free electricity, because Tesla founded free electricity, free technology, right? It's all around us. You know, electricity is all around us in the air. You just don't see it. So like, if you think that lightning is the only time you see electricity, no, electricity is all around us all the time. This is quantum. Now, how does quantum work from a standpoint of electronics? Now, I'm going to read a couple things off to you, okay? A few different things I'm going to read to you. Maybe we'll put the links up as well. This is like deep stuff. Introduction. Quantum is a fact of life. We live in a quantum world. Ever since German physicist Max Planck won the Nobel Prize in Physics for his work in quantum physics, scientists have been increasingly fascinated with unlocking the secrets of the subatomic world beyond the atomic level of atoms and molecules. Yes, there are deeper levels, okay? Good. I'm gonna read some of this out to you because I think it's very fascinating, okay? Everything in our lives is moving deeper into the quantum level because it already exists in nature. Nature is quantum, okay? This is just how it works, all right? As well as us. But most importantly, I suggest to you that this is what ascension, or the great shift in consciousness, aka the great awakening, is all about, to become one with the quantum level. It does not mean New World Order. It does not mean globalist. It does not mean AI. It does not mean chipped. It does not mean vaccines. It means none of that, guys. That's not what I'm talking about. This is quantum physics. This is a different level. Go start researching and studying, because I can't teach it to you all. You're going to have to go look for yourself, okay? Okay. We are all connected at the quantum level. Nikola Tesla, all right? And keep in mind, Tesla was not a globalist. Tesla was not a New World Order guy. Tesla loved humanity. Tesla actually didn't even want to be paid for his technology. Tesla wanted to give his technology to humanity to better itself. Tesla didn't want to give it up to the government because he knew the government would possibly use it in the wrong way. Because he knew the government was a deep state at that point. All right, the cabal goes way back, right? So Tesla knew all of this. He said, if you want to find the secrets of the universe, think in terms of energy, frequency, and vibration. Vibration is quantum. Tesla is credited with discovering the first alternated current AC motor and developed AC generation and transmission technology. He obtained around 300 patents worldwide for his inventions. Tesla is considered the foremost electrical engineer genius of the 20th century and possibly the greatest inventor the world has seen. Okay? Now, the global quantum financial system, or what you might have heard is the global quantum financial reset. All right? I'm going to give you a little bit of this. All right? The new quantum financial system is a super advanced, quote unquote, out of this world technology that the dark cabal does not have. It has the capacity to map information sources through the multiverse time-space continuum and no time-space, and holds massive amounts of data in a compilation of materials the size of a grain of sand. Gone are the days of data server centers the size of football fields. Its power source is not electricity. It is not dependent on any electrical grid, not even crystals. It is powered by the limitless energy source of life itself, consciousness. The very source of limitless energy that powers the human individual also powers the quantum financial system. It operates on light, folks. Okay? Does everyone understand it? Does everyone get the idea what this is? Now, the computers that they're going to have will not be hackable. Okay, so the cabal and the deep state work on a very archaic type system, right? It's one of the things that President Trump talked about a while ago when he said, "Well, why are the checks not getting out to everybody?" And he said, "Well, because they're on an archaic system. They're using old computers. They're using old software." This is what we're getting rid of. This is what the Great Awakening is. Stop being panicked. You know what? I went and I watched a little bit of probably Alexandra again, just because I'm fascinated. So I watch it because I'm interested. And I see so many people. So a lot of times, guys, what I do is I will give an opinion, but I'll do a lot of speculation. I just try to report what's actually happening. Okay. I don't always want to give you my opinion or speculation necessarily. I know it helps, okay? I know it helps a lot of people get through some stuff. But I like to educate you on what you're doing. What I'm seeing a lot of people do out there is they're doing videos, and it's solely them telling you what's happening and their viewpoint on it, on this is going down. So probably Alexandra, probably a really good, really nice lady. She's very smart, but she's picking apart it the wrong way. She's going at it she's saying that consciousness is not God, is not Christ. That's completely inaccurate. Completely inaccurate, right? Just because you don't understand how this works, this is one of the biggest problems for people when they look something up. It doesn't have to be this. It could be anything in life. All right? If you don't understand something, guess what you'll start doing? You'll start making things up about it. And guess what? That's wrong. Right? If you don't understand something, go look it up. Go understand it. Go study it. So she's coming from an angle, and I have no problem with her. I'm just saying that I think some of it's inaccurate. She's probably fantastic. She's probably very nice. I just think it's the angle she's taking on it is not researched enough. So she's solely coming from, if the Bible doesn't say it, then it's completely inaccurate, right? We know already that to be not necessarily true. If you don't, so this is the beauty of being on the science side as well as the physician side, because I use quantum physics on an everyday basis. And trust me, I've been told many times that I'm a witch doctor, that I practice voodoo. Trust me, we get it all, right? The reason why, I have literally had people come to me and tell me that I am a voodoo, I work voodoo and I'm a witch doctor. And you know what that tells me? It doesn't tell me that they're stupid. It doesn't even tell me that they're bad people. What it tells me is they don't understand. They didn't look it up. They didn't do the research. There are a lot of people out there promoting that this movement that we're going down the road of is bad, it's evil, it's whatever. That is not true, guys. Now, don't get a vaccine with a freaking chip in you. That's a totally different story. Don't get the COVID vaccine that's going to put this like holographic whatever in your arm or wherever it's going to be. I'm not saying that's correct either. Okay? Totally not correct. But a quantum system is Tesla technology. That's what we actually want. That's the good stuff, okay? So people get afraid. They don't understand what's going on, and they don't research and they don't study. I actually spoke to a friend of mine tonight out in Idaho, and he is also in the world of what I work with, but he actually built an amazing nanotechnology supplement company that I use. And we talked, and both of us spoke. We talked for like a half hour, and we were both super excited because we see our work kind of coming together from a nano standpoint and from a quantum standpoint. And we were so excited because we're like, oh my gosh, it's happening. We are diving into the quantum finally. Like we have been working in the quantum with muscle testing for so long and being called crazy for so long. Now we're going to catch up to the rest of the quantum universe. This is huge. Your computers will be different. Everything will be different. If you watched Close Encounters of the Fifth Dimension, I think it was, with Dr. Stephen Greer, Dr. Stephen Greer talks about quantum. Guys, there's others out there that have technology that are potentially billions of years ahead of where we are. We have been held back by our rulers. Okay? Our rulers have held us back forever. And now we're getting to actually play with, we're going to get to experience our actual future where we should have been a long time. Do you realize we should have been way down the road from where we are right now? And Judy Shelton in that clip even said back to the future, a gold standard with a cryptocurrency kind of way. You're always going to have a fiat currency. I mean, crypto is fiat. I get it. It's fake, but everything's fake. I mean, it is what it is. It's what backs it is what is important. So I'm hoping for a complete gold standard, maybe a silver standard, maybe a multi-metal standard. That would be fantastic. But this is actually really, really huge, and we have to keep an eye on it, okay? So awesome stuff. Do me a favor, patriots, noble patriots. Go study some quantum. Go study Tesla. You can even study Einstein, okay? We're talking faster than the speed of light, all right? This is how amazing this is going to be, all right? Okay, I want to take you to the next thing, which is also very fascinating. Before I dive into Twitter land, because Twitter's crazy, let me show you this little executive order. I did it again. There we go. The president signed an executive order today. All right. Memorandum on excluding illegal aliens from apportionment base following the 2020 census. What does this mean? Now, I'm not going to read this whole thing, okay? Because it's a little bit longer. It's not too long, but a little bit longer. What this means is they're taking illegal aliens out of the census because they will not be allowed to vote. He is trying to cinch up the voting system. He's trying to cinch up the whole thing. Now, other people said today, why is the president saying, why did he have a mask on and saying that it's okay to put masks on if you can't social distance? Guys, he's setting everybody up for voting. He does not want mail-in voting. He wants real voting like we would always have it. That's what he is looking for. That's what he is trying to do, okay? Keep that in mind. That's why he did it. But he's taking, do you know how many millions of vote? I mean, it's very possible off the top of my head that we could lose 20 plus million voters off the register, not even off the register, 20 plus million votes could come off the board if you take illegal immigrants out of voting. That's massive. Do you realize that changes the entire election right there? Potentially up to 20 million. I don't know the exact number. I've heard numbers. That's one of the numbers. If they don't vote, totally changes the whole paradigm. So he's taking executive order to get it done, to make sure this is handed out and dealt with. All right? Very, very important. Good. Now, also, some people are panicking today because why did Trump wish Ghislaine Maxwell well? Let me take you to a Twitter feed right here, okay? Okay, this is in the Matrix. Remember the comms, communications. Trump wishes GM well. What I got was this. Thoughts. I wish her well, especially since I live in Palm Beach. General threat to others. All right. This was actually a Q drop. Special Agent Andrew McCabe stood tall over the last 8 months. Do not talk when small people, sheep are trying to tear down an institution we all depend on. Cover. He served with distinction for 2 decades. We own you and your family. I wish Andy well. I also wish continued strength for the rest of the FBI. General threat to others. American needs you. Activate sleeper cell. So, President is talking in code. Everyone, stop panicking about what he said about Ghislaine Maxwell. Do you think the president can just come out and say, well, yeah, Ghislaine's bad and she's a pedophile and he can't say that. Like, he can't get himself embroiled in too much information because the Democrats are already going to hammer on him. They hammered on him earlier today for stuff. They're already going to go after him. That's what their job is. They go after him. So he has to be very cautious on what he says. Very cautious, okay? So stop panicking over every little thing that he says. It's not that big of a deal. It's optics and it's code, okay? Now, here is the next one, okay? This one happened, maybe an hour before I came on tonight? Roughly, maybe an hour before I came on. Twitter safety. Let's go to Twitter safety. All right. We've been clear that we will take strong enforcement action on behavior that has the potential to lead to offline harm. In line with this approach, this week we are taking further action on so-called QAnon activity across the service. We will permanently suspend accounts tweeting about these topics that we know are engaged in violations of our multi-account policy, coordinating abuse around individual victims, or attempting to evade a previous suspension, something we've seen in more recent weeks. In addition, we will no longer serve content and accounts associated with QAnon in trends and recommendations. Number 2, work to ensure we're not highlighting this activity in search and conversations. 3, block URLs associated with QAnon from being shared on Twitter. These actions will be rolled out comprehensively this week. We will continue to review this activity across our service and update our rules and enforcement approach, and again, if necessary. As we work at scale to protect the public conversation in the face of evolving threats, we'll continue to lead with transparency and offer more context on our efforts. Now, before I show you the rest of that feed, let's just point out that there are things like Antifa and there are things like communist groups on Twitter that post every single day threatening people's lives, threatening livelihood. There are Hollywood celebrities in the past that have actually carried out death threats via tweets to the President of the United States as well as other congressional members. So they let them continue on, and they let everyone in Hollywood talk about pizza and pasta and hot dogs, and they talk about Pizzagate, and they talk about adrenochrome, and they talk about all this stuff. But they're taking QAnon stuff down, and they're going to suspend accounts because they claim that QAnon is a threat to others and carry. You show me one time that a QAnon person threaten somebody, the livelihood of somebody, or anything else. That has never happened. This is Twitter running scared. Now let me show you the rest of the feed, because the Anons, when the Anons get a challenge, they fight back. Not with physical violence, but with memes and words. Here we go. All right. The first person, quick question, what's QAnon? Hey, there's Bina. Look what Bina pops up. Bina pops up, President Obama being the Antichrist, and Q. And then we have, oh, look at that, a Q colonial flag. So they're asking, what about, but BLM and Antifa are good guys? Okay. And then you have In It Together. And then you have the article that I could show you in a little bit. Twitter banned 7,000 QAnon accounts. And then you have The Punisher. This won't end well. Let's see. Other ones. Here it goes. Thanks for getting rid of QAnon. They usually have an X by their name. Now do Antifa. I'm not a Q follower, but this isn't going to sit very well considering I see threats toward the president daily. This is pretty hysterical, the stuff that the Q stuff went into. I'm not even going to show you what the regular feeds are because it's completely insane, but they pretty much went nuts, okay? Now, let me show you, hold on one second, let me show you the other stuff that they posted, because it went even farther than that, because well, by the way, here's the article, actually. So this is what NBC News put out. Twitter bans 7,000 QAnon accounts, limits to 150,000 as others as part of a broad crackdown. The company will classify QAnon as coordinated harmful activity in part because of a rise in harassment. So apparently What's her name? Yeah, now I forgot her. I'm forgetting names tonight. John Legend's wife. What is John Legend's wife's name? I forget because I actually don't care about her. That's why. John Legend wife. Chrissy Teigen. That's right. Chrissy Teigen. I was thinking Tweed for some reason. Chrissy Teigen. Okay. Oh, where'd I go here? Chrissy Teigen. Where is she? By the way, Chrissy Teigen was the one who was going nuts. So that's probably why this all went. Did you know Chrissy Teigen actually wrote Pizzagate stuff? She put up adrenochrome stuff. I thank you all for giving me Chrissy Teigen's name. Everyone's got my back. I appreciate that. That's it. So she went on a little rant saying that she was mentally harmed. She was not mentally harmed. I don't know if she has a mind anymore. So I don't know if she's actually mentally harmed or the fact that she's just super crazy and she doesn't know what she's talking about. And she's also probably a pedophile. So I don't know what to tell you, but she's absolutely lost her mind. And I don't see this. Remember we talked about blackout? Do you see the blackout potentially coming any faster now because of what these people are doing? This is going to get really, really interesting because I'm going to tell you right now, you're going to have a bunch of people wiped out, which is, by the way, many of you know, I really liked following Wyatt, the austere deplorable. Guess what? He disappeared off Twitter. I have not seen him in forever. I went to find his sites. I have not found them. So hard to say, but I think it's all going down. So let me show you a few feeds tonight because Twitter is going nuts now with all the news. Let's do a little Twitter surfing tonight, and then I'll answer some questions. How's that? Here's my Twitter feed. All right. This is on BLM website. We disrupt the Western prescribed nuclear family. How can anyone support an organization that wants to do this? So BLM is getting big. And then here, so here is Twitter targets QAnon. Twitter targets QAnon. Let's watch it over with. So natural selection doing its thing. Twitter targeting QAnon. I'm not going to. Okay. Here's Santa Surfing. If you don't know Santa Surfing, go follow Santa Surfing because Santa Surfing does a lot of Nicera Jacera stuff. So every QAnon post a product or service to sell on Twitter, seriously. Civil lawsuits have more teeth when social media is taking away your chance to earn an income. Post your eBay, Etsy, or website store on Twitter. Fighting for a First Amendment is tough because we still have liberal judges. So she's actually busting out on the QAnon stuff. Go follow Santa Surfing because she's really good. Jordan Sather. Twitter censored. So this is 2 minutes ago. Twitter censored 150,000 Q accounts, but I thought the New York Times said only a couple thousand people follow the movement. That's fantastic. Praying Medic was all over this. Note, Twitter's decision to ban certain accounts is a direct response to the instructions to newly commissioned digital soldiers to create new accounts if they get suspended. Nothing to see here. He's basically getting you guys all amped up. Here is Cuomo doing his thing. Because he's a complete loser, as we all know. All right. Santa Surfing, gold and silver after hours prices on the rise. So she does a lot of financial stuff. But the whole point is, actually, let's do this. Let me do a little hashtag. Let's see how the hashtag QAnon's rolling. Let's see. Twitter's deleting and banning and suspending accounts. Just banned thousands of QAnon pages. This will probably trend. If it's not trending, this is gonna trend. Okay. Let's go to the top ones. The top ones are probably gonna show some crazy stuff. Let's go to the top one. Oops, I hit the wrong button. My bad. Let me get that back. Let me get the hashtag back. I meant to go to top. Okay. So to talk about Twitter beheadings, Twitter openly allows Antifa, Farrakhan, Iranian terror groups, pedophiles, anti-Semites, death threats to president, leftist coordinated riots, statues helping looting. Not allowed. People who tweet QAnon. So the Streisand effect was never abolished. Now a huge number of curious people are going to want to know what this QAnon thing is. really about it what could possibly draw otherwise sane people into such conspiracy theory. So it's going to backfire on them. That's what's going to happen. They do this all the time. They always backfire stuff because they're stupid. Hi there, QAnon. Our boy just gave a public... I'm not going to go into that. I'm going to keep it clean tonight for the children who might be watching. So Q is going crazy. This is... Hang in there, Trump supporters. We got this. So some of these are funny. Kanye, yeah, we saw that. So go check all this stuff out because stuff is dropping pretty hardcore tonight. And it's pretty hilarious if I do say so myself. Okay, guys. What questions do you have? I'm going to end it early tonight, I promise. I'm going to end it 50 minutes. That gives us 4.5 minutes to ask questions. 4.5 minutes to ask questions. What would you like to know a little bit about tonight before I head off and give my voice and chest a little bit of a rest? Because I've been talking to a lot of people. Okay, I've been literally talking to patients around the phone from about 8 o'clock in the morning to tonight. So, yeah, it gets a little beat up, but it's okay. This is part of the game, all right? We're going to win. What kind of questions do you have? I would like to answer as much as I possibly can in the next probably 4 minutes, okay? Yes, batten down the hatches. Yes, I'm doing a parasite lung cleanse. Yes, I am. I'm doing a parasite lung cleanse as well as a Lyme and glyphosate cleanse. So, see, I do it too, okay? No ending early. I think I can. Let's see. What happens to your 401ks? If you have money, guys, stop panicking. They're not going to take your money away, okay? EMF products. I have 2 companies. I'll post those links, okay? Let's see. When am I going to talk about 9/11? I'll talk about it again maybe this week at some point. Next week at the latest, okay? Restless leg syndrome is a combination of, could be parasitic, but also is mineral deficiency. Mineral deficiency for restless leg syndrome. Okay, a lot of magnesium, other minerals as well. How do we communicate during the blackout? Good question. I don't know what's going down fully, but I will tell you that's why I have email. Get on the email. Website is coming very fast. Let's see. Do I get frustrated with all the junk? No. I think this is fun. IBS relief. Typically a chemical toxicity potentially in the colon. That's what IBS is. That's what I see. Minerals. If you want to get minerals, talk to me. I will help you. I'll help you with that. You have to message me. We are getting the funnels up. Don't worry. We're getting the protocols up. We're working on that. They're being built. Sometimes it takes a little time to build them, okay? Osteoarthritis, you have to kill the sugar. You got to bring the carbs down every single time, okay? Chronic migraines. That could be a lot of different things. Circulation, sometimes stress. We also, every once in a while, you get a parasite in the brain. That can happen, okay? How do I virtually muscle test? Using quantum physics. Quantum physics, all I need is a frequency, and your name is a frequency, okay? I know that's creepy to some people, but it's actually that simple. Who said they emailed me 3 times? Somebody said, L. Stevens emailed me 3 times. If you guys need to get me, here it is. Emailing, yes, we will answer emails. We're answering the best that they can. But if you want to become a patient and work with me, don't email anymore, because it's what was happening, guys, is we knew we were missing you guys, and I don't want to do that. So I needed a cleaner version and a way to get you guys better, because people were asking me questions. They wanted to work with me, which I'm working with people. I have about a month-long waiting list plus. It's growing because I'm helping people all over the world. You go to here, noblepatriothealth.com, if you would like to work personally with me. Now, I'm going to let you know right now, okay? Somebody didn't like me selling the other night. I wasn't even selling that. I'm going to tell you. I'll take a couple questions after this. I'm going to do protocols, yes. But protocols are across the board for anybody, right? It doesn't mean it's the specific thing you need. If you want to work with me, so say you do a protocol, you do well with it, but you're not getting all the way to where you want to. The way to get where you want to fully is you got to work with me. I mean, that is what it is. It's me testing you. That's right here, okay? noblepatriothealth.com. So you have to go there. I will answer as many questions as I can, okay? Is Liz Conklin a PSYOP? I don't think she's a PSYOP. I think SHIP is possibly a PSYOP, okay? I don't think Liz is. I was wondering, but I don't think so. Let's see. For frequencies, what do I need for? You can do a name as a frequency. I can do paperwork as a frequency. I can do a picture as a frequency. Anything can be a frequency, okay? You are resonating at a frequency right now. If I can get that resonance, not a problem. Easy to do. Let's see. Type 2 diabetes. I just got a type 2 diabetic patient today. Lower the carbs, get the parasites out, build up the kidneys. That simple. Got to get blood sugars down. Your blood sugars is up because you're a carb addict. Why do I think Trump told us to wear masks? I said that earlier in the show. It's because he's trying to get people to the voting booths. Ship saying Q is a psyop is a joke. That makes me think Ship is a psyop because I trust Robert David Steele over Ship. All right. Nancy loves working with me. Yes, protocols are great. But that won't necessarily find the organ support, okay? So I'm going to do both. I don't know everything about Liz Crokin. I just know her video was really good. Edema means that your cardiovascular system is not working properly. It's not bringing fluid. It's not bringing the fluid back up to exit it out. Also, the lymph system is probably backed up. I don't know a lot about colloidal copper. Sorry. I'd have to go look at that. I'll look it up, though. How do I build up kidneys? I have about 10 different specific kidney support products that will actually build up the kidneys, okay? Everything from, are we going to a cashless society? I don't think we'll go to a fully cashless society. I think we'll go to a partial cashless society. But guess what, guys? We're already a 90% cashless society. We already have a digital currency. You should have known that already. I mean, I've been talking about that. I don't know about Kanye's tweets. I didn't try to. I saw that he said something, but I didn't try. I don't try to figure him out. Let's see. A couple questions more because my voice is going tonight. Oh, here's a good question. Should we pay down the credit card debt or minimum payment only? Right now, guys, I would only pay minimum payment. That's personally my viewpoint. Do not get mad at me if something goes different and I gave you that. I'm not a financial advisor, so I'm giving you my viewpoint on it. Pay down minimum payments right now until we figure out what's going on with the whole thing, okay? Let's see. Good question, no. Because, yes, could there be a Jubilee? Yes. I'm still working on Sasha Stone. He's coming on. He's agreed to it. The problem is we're like 14 hours apart, and so I'm making sure his time works with my time. Sasha Stone will be on the show. Yes. I'm just getting the time figured out because he's in Bali and I'm not. So Bali and me are very different times, and I'm trying to make it work because I want to do it prime time for you guys because I think it would work better because I want to get him the most viewers possible because Sasha talks a lot about adrenochrome. He talks a lot about trafficking, and he talks a lot about the global reset. Sasha Stone, if you want to know about the global reset, Sasha Stone is on board the global reset. So is Robert David Steele, because we understand what quantum physics are. We understand how the universe really works. We understand how God works, right? And it is quantum. So Sasha Stone, Robert David Steele, all these big people who know what's going on behind the scenes, they're all for quantum physics. So yes, Sasha has agreed to come on with me. We're just getting the time straightened out. So I look forward to that as well. Sheriff Max coming on. We have a whole bunch of people coming on. I'm trying to find time to get them all in because my schedule is so packed. Okay, good. Last question. I asked Robert David Steele. He declined me once because he didn't want to talk health and it wasn't his area. But I'm gonna reach out to him again. Let's see. Dry brushing. I've never honestly even went into dry brushing. So is it good? I could not tell you. I don't want to give you wrong information. I'll look it up, okay? It benefits lymphatic drainage. So it probably is pretty good. Yeah, go for it. I mean, take your research before mine because I haven't researched. So, but if it helps lymphatic drainage, it probably is pretty good. Last one. See, I said last one 5 minutes ago and I'm still not on the last one. Let's see. I'm looking. I see questions, guys, but I'm looking for one that can help as many people as humanly possible. I got to get this lung thing fixed faster because I tend to want to talk for a long time because I like helping all you guys. Oh, prep for a root canal and mercury filling removal. Who was that? Christina. Christina, contact me, please, because I can help you with that. That is very important. Thank you for asking about root canal and mercury filling removal. You do have to prepare for it. There's a preparation to it that I do. Rebounder for lymphatics is great. I'm working on getting a rebounder, actually. Student loans, keep paying them, but just pay minimum right now. Best bank to use. Okay, good question. Best bank to use. Ready? Here's the best bank to use. Navy Federal Credit Union. I've heard the most good things about the Navy Federal Credit Union. I've heard we use it. I've also heard about 5 or 10 other people out there who use the Navy Federal Credit Union, and they have the #1 rating for like best bank and credit union like on the planet. So that would be my last one. EMF protection, I'm going to tell you about again later this week and next week, okay? But yeah, the bank that I would recommend based on what I've seen and heard is Navy Federal Credit Union. So I hope that helps, okay? Awesome. Guys, I'm tapping out, okay? But yes, credit unions are better. Guys, pay your minimum payments on your credit card. Don't go crazy, okay? Love you all. Serve, help one another. By the way, just so you know, we're going to hopefully have a water person on this week, but I'm not going to say it yet because I'm finishing the scheduling. Hopefully going to have Norbert back as well. And then this weekend, guys, be prepared. It's probably going to happen on Saturday, maybe Sunday at the latest. I'm going to have on the Noble Patriots page where I go over purpose, and I'm going to outline for you guys exactly how you get there and how you win in this new economy. And it's also going to help you not get distracted, and it's going to help you produce and study versus consume a bunch of stuff, okay? I'm going to teach you exactly how to do all that stuff. So, guys, have an amazing night. Be well. Love you all. I hope we're serving, giving value to you. Have an amazing night. Dr. Jason Dean, Revolution Network. Be well.